beneficiaries to delay remitting their loan services. Now, Chisoro district has 5 constituencies, namely Chisoro Municipality, Bufumbira North, Bufumbira South, Bufumbira East, and Buchimbiri, where 78 SACCO were given capital worth 2.4 billion shillings and have so far saved 1.08 billion and have so far also disbursed 3.3 billion Ugandan shillings. Let's take a look. Chisoro district is one of the beneficiaries of the Emyoga program, whose major economic activities are agriculture and tourism. However, the bad road infrastructure is hindering business in the district.
And you also came complaining, hey, the place is very far. If it was tarmac, it wouldn't be far. And this is a road that has been talked about since 9th Parliament.
While addressing the Emyoga issues in the district, the Minister of State for Microfinance reiterated the President's promise.
We must work on this road. There are so many investors abali mu kujeno okuteka serious investments, hotel industry.
Some of the beneficiaries we interacted with gave us this report.
Nitutandika okuyigiriza abamemba baffe okubanga tusevinga buli week 15 buli memba yena.
Wadulo Arnold Wadulo in Chisoro district for UBC News. Uganda's innovator Frank Kamujisha has been awarded the prestigious Commonwealth Young Person of the Year for his recycling initiative that turns consumer waste into roofing materials and biodegradable face masks. Frank won 2 prizes at the 2022 Commonwealth Youth Awards. He was also named Regional Winner of Africa, organized by the Commonwealth Youth Program. The awards celebrate outstanding Commonwealth young people aged between 15 and 29 years from different Commonwealth regions. Let's take a look.
Hi everyone, my name is Frank Kamujisha. I'm from EcoPlastile based in Kampala, Uganda. EcoPlastile recycles plastic waste using a bid to increase recycling. We launched Waste Insurance that incentivizes everyone to recycle plastic waste by using plastic as a form of financial resource in exchange for health insurance, thus increasing access to medical services. It's humbling that we can create sustainable opportunities for the environment to thrive and protecting humanity and the planet.
Now it's time for our final award, the big one, the Commonwealth Young Person of the Year 2022. And with news of this year's winner, it's back to the Commonwealth Secretary General.
Now the moment that you've all been waiting for. Drum roll, please. It gives me great pleasure to announce that the Commonwealth Young Person of the Year for 2022 is Frank Kamujisha from Uganda.
Winning the Commonwealth Youth Award is a stamp of approval for our small efforts as a social enterprise. And it means a lot to EcoPlastile on our strategy to scale and impact even a bigger community in Africa. The recognition from the Commonwealth Youth Award will enable us to get enough visibility and connect us to young and like-minded youth across the world solving today's global challenges.
Congratulations, Frank. And have you got a message that you'd like to share with other young people around the Commonwealth?
So my message to the young people across the world is that there has never been such a wonderful time like today to solve today's global challenges. And we can do something together.
Well, congratulations right there, Frank Kamujisha, representing Uganda. Moving on, Minister for Karamoja Affairs, Dr. Mary Goreti Chitutu, has said that government will provide psychosocial support and skilling to the reformed warriors. She is in Karamoja to oversee the community capacity peace building to end insecurity in the region, and UBC News was on the ground.
The Joint Security Forces of UPDF and Police Anti-Stock Theft Unit in Karamoja Sub-Region, security operatives have paraded over 30 warriors with 17 guns, bows.
Bokora, that is the group, the three, with others which intelligence is looking for, and they will be arrested.
Suspect is the once reformed notorious warrior Peter Lokiro Achuchu, who last year in July surrendered to the forces with a gun, and he was given a voluntary disarmament card. But this month, Achuchu was rearrested after intelligence linked him to different cattle raids in Kotido and Abim, and after his arrest, 3 guns have been recovered from his group.
Towards Achori, and they raided 300 goats, and our intelligence was on him, but we could not allow him to take the cows, the goats, and other goats were taken by his group and himself. And our intelligence cited him in those areas, and we confirmed that he has now started a full-scale raiding activity.
In defense, Achuchu says he did this due to certain temptations. The peace community leader in Moroto district, Aliko Lomuria, was also arrested with links in different raids.
Member of peace committee, we have been dealing with him, not knowing that he is also involved in such a criminality.
Operatives in Karamoja are worried over the increased use of poisonous arrows.
This is the tip that they smear the poisonous substances that ends up, when it is applied, it ends up pricking the victim, and eventually with some few hours he dies.
Security are dealing with Karimajong criminals in the neighboring Teso and Acholi.
Criminal elements who mixed up with pastoralists and crossed those sub-regions for grazing, but they end up stealing the cows instead of killing innocent civilians in those districts. We are dealing with that situation.
Minister for Karamoja Affairs, Dr. Mary Goreti Chitutu, said government is to provide psychosocial support and skill the reformed warriors.
We are supposed to give them psychosocial support and rehabilitate them, skill them, give them the tools and the startup tools so that they can be able to do something. But this, I must be frank, that we have not been able to do it as we are supposed to be doing.
Other cattle rustle groups were arrested from Kotido, Nablatuk and Moroto, and it's alleged they have been terrorizing the Karamoja and neighboring communities. The suspects claim to have got the guns from Turkana, Pokot in Kenya, and Toposa in South Sudan.
Grab yourself an ice-cold bottle of Mirinda Orange at any shop or supermarket near you. Mirinda Orange, the taste that makes you go OMG.
It's Freaky Friday from Airtel. Buy or gift. Buy or gift.
Get freaky too! Dial star 149 star 10 hash to load a Freaky Friday bundle for you to enjoy the best offers on voice and data.
To buy a bundle for friends and family, dial star 149 star 10 star 5 hash. Freaky Friday with Airtel. Buy or gift a bundle today. Dial star 149 star 10 hash to get started. Airtel, the smartphone network.
COVID-19 is still here with us. As Professor Maggie Chigozi states, the time is now for all of us to get vaccinated.
When we have one person who's not vaccinated, it affects everybody around them, most especially the ones close to you. Keep your family safe. Anyone right now who's over 18 should go and get vaccinated.
Because of the new COVID-19 circulating variants like Omicron, it is very important for all of us to be fully vaccinated with 2 doses of the same vaccine type. It's only those getting Johnson & Johnson who receive only a single dose to be fully protected.
Even after vaccination, continue to adhere to all SOPs by wearing a mask properly, covering your mouth and nose, washing your hands regularly with soap and clean water, or using an alcohol-based sanitizer, maintaining physical distance of at least 2 meters from others, and avoiding crowds. Echa COVID-19, chija kugwa. This message is from the Ministry of Health with support from UNICEF and partners.
Your MBs are now bigger MBs only on MTN. When you load a daily bundle of 250 shillings, you no longer get 15 MBs, you get 30 MBs. For 500 shillings, you no longer get 40 MBs, you get 80 MBs. For 1,000 shillings, it's no longer 100 MBs, it's 180 MBs. Dial *150*10# or use the My MTN app to load bigger daily bundles only on MTN. MTN is regulated by the Uganda Communications Commission.
You're still watching the Lunchtime News broadcasting live from Nile Avenue here in UBC TV. Now to move on, the Minister for ICT and National Guidance, Chris Baryomonsi, has clarified on the increasing costs of commodity prices in the country, calling it a wild phenomenon and occasioned by the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic and the current war in Ukraine. He says that COVID-19 and the war in Ukraine have disrupted smooth supply of raw materials. Now, this minister, Chris Baryomonsi, was addressing the media at Uganda Media Center in Kampala.
Now, the reasons for these price increases are mainly extrinsic, are mainly external and not local conditions. One, the effect of COVID-19 restrictions, like I have said, which disrupted supply chains globally, have led to higher transport costs and shortage of the intermediate raw materials used to produce some of these items, like soap, cooking oil, etc. in the recent past. And the global economy has faced a shortage of shipping containers, high shipping costs, increased transport costs, and higher fuel prices, leading to supply shortages globally. So in other words, the containment measures that we applied to handle COVID-19 caused those disruptions in supply globally. It's a global phenomenon. And I see some of you arguing, saying the government of Uganda maybe has made mistakes, that's why prices are increasing. I challenge you to read so that you establish price indices for other countries. When we say prices of these commodities have increased in Uganda, how is it in Kenya? How is it in Rwanda? How is it in Tanzania? How is it in Europe and America? So you as journalists and as media practitioners, you should be at a much better position than ordinary people in terms of understanding the global phenomena, so that we all appreciate that the increases in prices are not localized in Uganda, but it is a global phenomenon occasioned partly by the opening of the economies after the lockdown and restrictions.
On the international scene, the government of the Republic of Iceland has given UNICEF $300,000, which is approximately 1.1 billion Ugandan shillings, to provide critical hand-washing facilities and supplies to 400 government-aided primary schools and secondary schools across the country to control the transmission of COVID-19. An additional 200 schools supported by UNICEF in 2020-2021 will receive water, sanitation and hygiene supplies only. The supplies to be given to the 600 schools with the Government of Iceland funding are liquid soap, bleach, boots, gloves, cleaning mops, sprayers and alcohol-based sanitizers to promote the proper hygiene practices in the benefiting schools. To support adequate use of wash packages, the benefiting schools will ensure availability of water and manpower for effective cleaning of school facilities and hygiene promotion. Prime Minister Boris Johnson met with oil-rich Saudi Arabia's de facto ruler, the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, to lobby for higher production on Wednesday after Russia's turmoil with Ukraine sent markets into a dip. Johnson, one of the few Western leaders to visit Riyadh since the 2018 murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi in the Saudi consulate in Istanbul, said that he had a very productive conversation with the Prince Mohammed but did not announce any concessions from his hosts. The UK leader is hoping that the oil-rich Gulf states will raise production to help calm oil prices, which soared to nearly $140 per barrel before dropping below 100. In their talks, Johnson and the Prime Mohammed discussed regional and international issues of common interest and the efforts exerted in their regard, including the developments in Ukraine. And the official's Saudi press agency said without mentioning any talks on oil. Johnson met Prince Mohammed after discussing the stability of the global oil markets with Emirati Royal Sheikh Mohammed, according to the UAE's official WAM news agency. And that brings us to the end of our lunchtime bulletin. That's all we had time for, but please do stay tuned for more news in our subsequent bulletins at 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock. My name is Wadulo Mark Arnold from the team. We must say have yourselves a lovely Friday afternoon.